Something really big is happening right now in how we create software. We're talking about a fundamental shift. We're moving way beyond just having an AI autocomplete a line of code for us. We're entering a world where AI becomes a genuine autonomous partner in development. And this whole new paradigm, it's being powered by a platform called Google Antigravity.
Okay, so check this out. This slide just lays it all out perfectly. On the left, that's the world most of us live in, right? That endless cycle of writing code, testing it, finding bugs, fixing them, and doing it all over again. But look at the right. This is the new way. You just describe a task, in plain English, and an autonomous agent takes over. It does the planning, the coding, even the verification. Your job? It shifts to being the reviewer, the one who gives the final thumbs up.
So what does this actually mean for you, for the developer? Well, it means your role is changing. You're going from being a hands-on coder, someone who meticulously crafts every single line, to becoming more of a conductor. You're not playing every instrument anymore. You're orchestrating a whole team of incredibly skilled AI agents, guiding the overall vision and making sure the final piece sounds amazing.
I absolutely love this term somebody came up with, vibe coding. It just clicks, doesn't it? It perfectly captures what this new interaction feels like. Instead of getting bogged down in syntax and logic, you focus on describing the vibe, the outcome, the what you're trying to build. And then you let the agents figure out the how.
All right, so what's the magic behind all this? What's the core technology making it happen? It's Google Antigravity. And I want to be really clear here. This is not just another AI assistant that lives in your editor. No, this is a completely new kind of environment, what's known as an agentic platform. So what does that buzzword agentic actually mean? Well, it means the AI isn't just a passive tool anymore, waiting for you to type a command. It's an active, autonomous agent. It has agency. It can plan out complex, multi-step tasks. It can execute them across your whole workspace, your editor, your terminal, even a web browser. And then it can check its own work. It's a huge leap.
So let's get into what makes these agents tick. First, they're truly autonomous, jumping between all the different tools you use every day. Second, they're task-oriented. They're not thinking about one line of code, they're thinking about completing an entire feature. And this next one is absolutely crucial. They use something called artifacts for verification, which is a whole new way of seeing what the AI did. And you get to be in mission control, orchestrating it all.
Okay, theory is great, but what does this actually look like day to day? How do you really collaborate with an AI partner? Let's walk through what the actual workflow feels like.
It really boils down to this pretty simple 4-step loop. Think of it as the delegation loop. First, you describe what you want done with a clear prompt. Step 2, the agent comes back with a detailed plan, a checklist basically, for you to review. This is huge because you can catch any misunderstandings right away. Third, you get to monitor the agent as it works, in real time. And finally, you approve the final result by reviewing these tangible, visual outputs.
And this visual shows you how the whole system is designed to support that loop. Antigravity basically has this two-part interface. On one side, you've got a totally familiar code editor for those times when you really want to get your hands dirty and have precise control. And on the other side, you got the agent manager. That's your mission control for delegating tasks. It gives you the choice, code or conduct.
Now, I mentioned visual outputs, and we need to talk about this concept because it's a real game changer. They're called artifacts. I mean, how can you trust an AI agent if you have to read thousands of lines of logs to figure out what it did? You can't. Artifacts are the solution. They're these tangible deliverables, the checklists, the plans, even screenshots or videos of the agent actually testing your app. It's proof you can see.
Honestly, the best way to wrap your head around this whole relationship is to think of the agent as a really talented, really fast junior developer. And holding on to that mental model is key because it completely changes how you think about giving feedback and dealing with bugs. And just like with a human junior dev, vague feedback is pretty much useless, right? Saying, make the design pop more, what does that even mean? It's not going to work. But giving specific, actionable instructions, like you see on the right, that gets you exactly what you're looking for. The more specific you are, the better the result. It's that simple. Okay, now this is where things get just mind-blowing. The agent has what's called a self-healing loop. So when an error pops up, the agent actually detects it by watching the logs. Then it reads the stack trace and figures out the root cause of the problem all on its own. And then it actually edits the code to fix the bug and reruns the test to make sure it worked. The days of frantically copy-pasting error messages into a search bar might just be numbered.
So let's pull back for a second. What does all of this really mean for the future?
what are the big picture implications of this whole agentic approach to building software?
First off, let's talk about something every single developer worries about: platform lock-in. And Antigravity tackles this head-on. The code it produces is just standard, plain vanilla React, Python, or Node.js. There's no proprietary junk in there. You own the IP, and you can take that code and run it absolutely anywhere you want.
So if you remember anything from this, let it be these 3 things. First, start shifting your mindset from just writing syntax to really defining outcomes. Second, learn to trust the agent, but not blindly. Trust through verification, using those incredible artifacts. And third, always remember that you have total freedom. There's zero lock-in. The code is yours.
Ultimately, what this all leads to is a very simple but incredibly profound idea. When you can build faster, you are freed up to dream bigger. All the tedious, repetitive work gets automated, so you can finally focus on the fun stuff, the creative challenges, the architectural puzzles, and the big picture product vision.
And that really leaves us with one last big question to think about. When the AI is handling all the nitty-gritty of coding, when the friction between having a great idea and actually making it real is almost zero, what will you build next? What are the impossible projects that suddenly become possible?